Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I am your host, Chris. Welcome to my very first video for the pilot of the Flash TV show, the new show on the CW. I gotta say, guys, I loved it. I love this pilot. It was very fun. I was very excited. And there's a lot of shows that I watch that I was not, extremely excited for, when I watched them, and this I was very excited for this show, and I had a lot of fun watching this episode. I really did, and watching the episode and doing research, I found out there's a lot of comic book characters that they have in this show that I didn't realize because I don't read the comics, so I didn't know. But doing the research, I found out there's quite a few. The one villain, the very first villain. This is the pilot episode, and they already had a villain, and that is the Weather Wizard. They had him in it. That was Mark Martin, and they had him in this very first pilot episode. I mean, they were starting off with a villain already. And I loved it. I thought it was very cool. The effects looked great. I thought the visual effects for the tornado that he made and the whole fog and everything, I thought was great. I really loved it. We see that he has his future wife in this as well, which is his friend right now. But that is Iris West. She's in the show. So you have the character who would become Professor Zoom, which is Eddie Thrawn. He's Detective Thrawn in this. He's in the show. So you have the actor Tom Cavanaugh, who's in this show, who's playing the Dr. Harrison Wells, who is the Star Labs, basically the scientist who creates the particle accelerator that it explodes and then creates the Flash. So they have him in this episode or in this show. I mean, he's going to be a mainstay of this show. So we also have many other characters. I mean, it's just throughout. So yeah, I mean, you have Jesse L. Martin, who is in this as well. He's playing a detective as well, the friend of Iris. Iris West, that's her father in the show, and yeah, I mean, I'm trying to do the research on the fly here, guys, so I apologize, but man, I mean, it's just extensive. He's Detective Joe West. Okay, that's who I was trying to get. Detective Joe West. That's who he plays. And then there's the other two characters that the only flaws I found, there was a few flaws that I had issue with, but one of them was if I can find it now. I know I only could be able to find it, but it's the two scientist characters that is in the episode, or I guess they're going to be like a mainstay. She there's a girl. Her name, or it's Caitlin Snow, is in the episode, but that is played by Danielle Panabaker. And the other guy, I don't have his name here, but those two, they kind of remind me of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. science team, Fitz and Simmons. So they kind of remind me of that. Look, kind of annoying a little bit, but we shall see. We got a long ways to go. But another cool thing I should hit on before I go to another cool thing. But the other thing that bothered me was the suit. The suit. Now you see Grant Gustin here, who I think is good, very good. But the suit is very dark, a very darker red, and Grant Gustin's a very skinny kid. He's not a big guy. So that kind of bothered me a little bit because I remember the original Flash TV show, who starred John Wesley Shipp, who was in that. He was the original Flash from the TV show in the 90s when I was a kid. And it is a very cool thing, though, is that he is the father now of the Grant Gustin Flash in this show. So here is John Wesley Shipp as the Flash, and this is the suit that I, was always very cool, that I liked. It was the bright red, and he was, a bigger guy, and that's the Flash that I remember. Now, maybe the Grant Gustin one is maybe more true to the comics. I don't know, but I mean, if you guys more true to the comics, or is John Wesley Shipp's 1990s version? I don't know, but I like the old version better. But I still think this show is going to be great. And that's just small things that I can bypass right now. The science team kids and then his suit and him being smaller. It's just things I can bypass. I'll get used to that. But I did like the crossover they had with Arrow and him, and how he went. He ran in a flash 600 miles to Starling City to ask Arrow his opinion on what he should do, and I thought that was very cool. And but yeah, I mean, I love this. I love it. I loved it. I didn't have just a few minor things. And that's to be expected with TV shows. I mean, they're not going to be perfect in any way, but I liked it a lot. Now, I actually like this pilot episode actually a little bit more than the Arrow pilot. I actually dug this a little more, but both are very, very good shows. I enjoy both of them. Some might not be for everybody, but for a lot of people, these shows are very popular. So, yeah, I think I hit on everything that I can remember. It was very cool that the Tom Cavanaugh character, the Dr. Wells, is that we thought that he was like a paraplegic, and then at the end he gets up, he can walk, and apparently he has the ability, he has an ability as well, which they're calling these superheroes are not superheroes, they're called metahumans now, but he's got an ability now too where I think he can see into the future. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I mean, because he looked at a newspaper and it was like 2024 or something about the Flash. So, I mean, who knows what they're talking about there? I mean, very cool how they can develop that character. It's very fascinating to me. Another fascinating thing is Barry Allen witnessed his mom being killed, and it was, something was spinning around her like a flash, and he said he's seen a person inside. So I'm interested to see what that's going to be. If that's in the comics as well, I don't know. But for someone that doesn't read the comics, so this is all new to me. So, yeah, it's just awesome. I can't wait to see what they do and how this all turns out. But long season, we got all winter for this. So, and then we also got Arrow starting up, and there's going to be crossovers. I know Felicity from Arrow is coming over to the Flash, and there's going to apparently be a battle between Arrow and versus the Flash. So, I'm sure they're going to be fighting over something. Probably Felicity related, maybe. I don't know, but we shall see, guys. Very exciting, very solid pilot episode, extremely solid pilot episode. I enjoyed it immensely. I can't wait for episode 2 already, but now we get the very first episode for season 3 of Arrow now. So we have a very exciting winter time, very exciting season with the Flash and with Arrow, and and I'm going to say it. The other superhero shows that are on right now, which are good. They're not bad, but some are bad, worse than others. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting time. It's exciting time. These great these shows that are popping up, all these great superhero shows, is very fun. So, but yeah, I don't want to ramble on too much, guys. But I enjoyed it. But let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. I'm interested to find out about these characters. I mean, write down in there who they are, their history or whatever, or what you think of this first pilot episode. What you thought. I'm interested to see, guys. So that's it for me. I'll be back for the second episode of Flash next week. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. Oh, like and subscribe as well, guys. I appreciate the support. But I'm gonna try to do this a whole season long, so I got a long ways to go. But that's it for me, guys. Like and subscribe, appreciate it. That's it for me. See you later, guys. Take it easy.